Hello and welcome to another episode of Race Talk F1 with your boy J-Nox, aka J-Nox to the world.
And your boy Javier.
And all we're doing here is talking from South London, but traveling around the world via this podcast, talking about every single one of the races in this 2025 Formula One season. And this week we touched down in Mexico.
Yes, baby.
Mexico.
Oh, what a race, right?
The home of tequila, 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 tequila.
Tequila, tacos. Oh, mate, I love Mexico.
Yeah, man.
I love Mexico.
Mexico is an absolute blast. And to be honest with you, I was watching this and I was thinking, yo, man, might have to go to this race.
I hear it.
I almost flew into Mexico City last time I went to Mexico. And then it's like when you're looking at Mexico City, and I was watching on the telly and I'm like, this place looks pretty lively. Like sometimes when I think of Mexico City, I think, oh, it's just going to be like almost just like depleted, like desert-ish.
Yeah.
But I saw all the clips. I was like, yo, this is a real, it looks like it's
It's going off.
so you go there for the race and then you go catch a flight to Riviera Maya and spend the rest of your time like in Cancun and Playa del
Coco
Carmen.
Bongo, bro.
Yo, no trip to Tulum, you know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, no, Mexico's lit, bro.
Mexico
So lit.
City, a race where often the pole sitter doesn't win the race.
Yep.
A place where McLaren, who like we're looking at because they've already won the constructors, a place where they haven't won since 1989 with Senna. So it's like it's one of these places where we're coming to this season in a season that feels like super competitive, and I'm like, yo, this is gonna be good. So I was quite excited for this weekend, man. Where did you watch everything? Did you watch practice? Did you catch qualifying? Where did you see it?
Yeah, so practice one, I was at F1 Arcade hosting
Boom.
the Sprint Social tournament.
Boom.
So yeah, we watched it during the tournament there. And I quite liked practice one this time. And I'm not usually a practice man,
No.
but practice this time was quite fun. We'll get into that. And then qualifying in the race, I just watched at home. What
I
about you?
love that. You watched it all live, yeah?
Watched it all live at home.
No,
it's not
respect
often I get to do that,
I
but
respect
yeah.
it.
You?
Practice, I think I watched practice back on Saturday morning, like early hours.
Nice.
Because where was I Friday? Probably raving somewhere. Probably in the club somewhere. Because obviously it was quite late. We were looking at
Yeah.
8 o'clock starts.
Yeah,
The race started at 8 o'clock our time and stuff. So I think the practice was quite late on Friday, or FP1 was
yeah.
anyway. And then I was catching up with some stuff. Qualifying, I watched back as well, and then the race I managed to watch live. So it was all good, man. I quite like practice this time.
I liked practice. I think because it was the race where they swapped in all the rookie drivers.
Bro, what was it? What was it? Why was it a thing?
Yeah, so it's a mandatory. I think they pick there's a couple races in the season where it's
Okay.
mandatory that you give rookies a one practice session or the practice one session. And I think usually they end up swapping the drivers around. So, like this weekend, you didn't see Max in FP1. Last time it would have been Yuki that was out.
Okay,
So they swap
now.
it around, let the rookies come in, they give them a
I
chance.
get it now.
But the pressure that's on those rookies, boy.
Yeah.
Now, imagine you're driving Max's car or you're driving Oscar's car.
So this is what I was about to ask you. I was like, so did they actually drive these man's car?
They drive these man's car, innit? They drive these man's car. Imagine someone's definitely said something to you before you go out. Enjoy yourself,
But
but
bro, I won't even let certain man drive my car, bro.
bro, I didn't get to drive your car.
Bro, it's mad. It's mad.
You didn't let me drive the M4
Oh, yeah.
or the M3.
The M3, boy. I know. Because it's just like, yo, the pressure is insane.
And I wouldn't even want to drive someone else. I don't even like driving other people's cars,
I'm like that,
because if I do something wrong,
Yeah.
oh, bro, one, the guilt. Two, the fact I'm going to have to pay for it as well. It's just,
Bro,
it's all long, innit?
I'm so like that. Unless I can buy back the car,
Yeah.
and I know that I can, or bikes, I know, obviously I ride, there's certain men that ride each other's bikes all the time.
Yeah.
Unless I can buy back the bike, and I know that I can, or I can sort it out, I'm not doing it. But at the same time, with this thing, it's not even a money thing like that. You mash up someone's car, you mash up their chances of winning Max is going for the championship right
This is
now.
it.
You mash up his car, you might mash up his chances.
This is it.
That's there's no money, and you can't pay Max anyway.
No.
You can't pay a Formula One driver oh no, I'll sort you the money, bro. Calm down. You can't even say that to me.
Bro, it's the pressure, man. The pressure.
Also, I think certain man should have had their car for practice still. You know what I'm saying? Lawson not practicing while he watches O'Ward like race on. Like but Lawson needed to be in his car, bruv. He needed a
We're
session.
saying people need the extra minutes, yeah.
Certain man need the minutes, blood. Like, but it is mad. Like watching rookies sit it out. Like some of these rookies do need every single second that they could possibly get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at Georges of the world or Max is sitting it out, okay, it's very, very different story. But I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like Bearman watching on, like while Ocon races. Like Ocon's a more experienced driver. Bearman needs some minutes.
As many laps as you can get real time driving.
Maybe he didn't. Because he drove pretty well in the race.
He did still.
We'll get to all of that, man.
Maybe sometimes a little break is all you need, you know?
Maybe
have a Kit Kat, have a break. Sergio Perez in Mexico and that. Like
I saw more Kit Kat branding in this race than I've seen in any other. You know what I'm saying?
I love that. That's when they got to ramp it up, right?
Yeah,
when it's your people, that's what you got to do.
I hear it. So, practice. We saw a load of people. There was a lot of talk about the Red Bull driver. Arvid Lindblad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say his name. I'm like Arvid Lindblad. Yeah.
Yeah. He done better practice times than Yuki. Which is, I know it's only practice and I'm it's only practice man, but it's just not a good look, is it?
So the optics are awful still. I was
going
to try and defend it for Yuki still, but the optics are awful.
I mean, it's almost one of them ones where you want Red Bull to come out and say, we were running different tests or something like that.
The thing is that you almost don't need them to come out and say it because Yuki's practicing for his race weekend.
Yeah.
I think one of the commentators highlighted this, but I've talked about it before when we sat at Silverstone. Like we were watching, it was like, right, okay, cool. FP1 is practicing the setup for qualifying, whereas these rookies are coming out. They're going for race pace. They're going for like what Yuki will be doing in FP3. Like they'll be doing in FP1, which Yuki's not doing. He's testing bits and pieces, and obviously he's trying to think about his tires and how many sets he's got. It's not a direct. You cannot directly compare it.
Yeah,
but we're humans and we directly compare them.
This is the problem. You just see it, right, and it's just it's just not a good look.
Talking about Yuki, Jacques Villeneuve was on the Sky coverage. We know that Jacques Villeneuve is we know he's pretty brutal. Bruv, you know, like we've sat here and we talked about Yuki and said, he's not doing well. We know he's a good driver and we know he's this and we know he's competitive and all the rest of it. Bruv, Jacques Villeneuve said, Yuki Tsunoda is not good enough for F1.
It's a crazy statement, bro.
He started talking like he only got his contract because, you know, Honda, there was a clause in the Honda deal that meant that Yuki had to get I was like, Villeneuve is doing a lot right now, bruv. That's some mad statements he was flinging out.
These men must have something in private going on. Bro, Yuki's upset him somewhere, right?
Because Jacques Villeneuve's got no chill.
You can't chat like that though, because Yuki in the Racing Bulls was doing a mad thing.
Yeah.
Yuki was number one driving at Racing Bulls. That's why he got promoted to Red Bull.
Promoted, remember that, innit?
That's why he got promoted to Red Bull. That's why he's been given the pay rise. He was performing in the Racing Bulls. So you can't tell me he's not good enough for F1.
Yeah,
I've seen him pull out mad results. He drove well in Racing Bulls. And anyone that gets into Formula One is good enough for Formula One, in my opinion, because you've made it there. So you can't tell me you're not good enough to be there.
I hear it, but if you're that good, shouldn't you make it to like Q3 when it comes to qualifying every single time? Really, in a big boy car, like you should really, innit? You should.
But I think we've all come to the conclusion now that you can't judge the second Red Bull seat.
Yeah, fair play.
I've given up on cussing Yuki. I've given up on saying he needs to be better and blah blah blah. It is what it is now.
Oh, Yuki Tsunoda. Mate, we like him, man.
The myth, the legend. I love him, bro. I like him.
But I think there's so much chitter chatter. It's kind of annoying sometimes because it's just not on in it. You can't diss man like that.
They interviewed Sergio before the weekend or on the weekend on Friday.
Mexico boy.
He was just like, I knew it was going to be like this for whatever second driver came in because of what I went through. He's like, you lot are now, you're not talking about them now, innit? Yeah. You're not talking about... He weren't happy. I don't remember who was interviewing him, but he said, yeah, you guys, you're giving them different treatment than what you gave me.
Yeah.
That's the energy Sergio was on.
That's mad.
But he was like, yeah, I called it. I knew this was going to happen. Like, it's tough there.
He's probably loving seeing it
absolutely.
In a weird way.
His stock has risen so much without doing a single lap in Formula One this season, he's a better driver than anyone thought without doing any driving. That's
this
crazy.
is almost what I felt like for Lewis when I wanted Lewis to just sit like last
Garden
season
leave.
out or whatever. Or I kept saying, he should be on garden leave. Because I think it has power when you just say, you know what, cool. I'm just going to be, I'm not going to be in Formula One at any cost. I'm going to be in there like when you lot rate me, like rate me in it.
Yeah.
And they weren't rating Sergio, but now they're going to have to rate him, and he will be racing in Mexico next season.
He will be. That Mexico crowd was mad this weekend as well.
It's a mad circuit because you got this stadium section that they go through. Then you've got all the grandstands. It proper feels, you know, like the difference between, I was at the first Miami, right? And they had a stadium there, But it was so weird. I think I've said this before. It was so weird because there was nobody in the stadium. I was thinking, how's this going to work? Is the track going to go through the stadium? They had the big Hard Rock Stadium. Nobody in there. I think there were a couple of caravans and that in the middle of the thing. And I think they've changed it now to make a bit more activity happen inside the stadium. But it was just an empty stadium and the track was all around it and you was in the grounds of it. But this is actually like a stadium feel. And you look at it, and even when the drivers, you can see they drive into like a stadium feeling kind of setup. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's sick. I'd love to go. We need to go to one, bro.
Maybe really want to go.
George enjoyed practice one as well, didn't he?
George was phenomenal in practice one. He was in the grandstands. He was there, bruv, just watching like a spectator, put on a mask. Yeah. And you know what's interesting? He said, like, I haven't seen F1 cars on track in years. And do you know what made me look like what's mad about that for me? I've said this about football. Like certain times when you sit in different places watching a football match, I sat at Palace, like in Holmesdale Upper, at Sellers, like way higher, or in the boxes, like one end of the pitch, way higher, and it's like you're watching a completely different game to what you see if you're on the sidelines. And I think F1 must be kind of similar because what they're used to seeing, and when you're right in the bubble of it, what we see in the grandstands and on TV is so different.
It is,
it's got to be
100%.
But you must get some insight. Like there must be certain things that you see when you're a driver, and you understand what happens on track, and you sit in the stands. And you see what everybody who's always on Twitter posting about you, writing in your comments, you see exactly what they're seeing.
Yeah.
I quite like that perspective.
Yeah, no, it's fair. Yeah. Oh, he broke too early there. Like, like you get the full-on tactical view of everything that's going on, boy.
You hear everyone go, ooh, You hear it, oh, you're there.
And you have to remember, I guess, like a lot of them, they go into Formula One because they just like racing, right? They like watching racing, or they grew up watching racing, so they are fans of the sport first as well. So it must be nice to kind of get that break and just stress-free as well. Yeah. Actually, no, he was stressing. No, he's looking at his rookie counterpart going, do not crash my car. Do not crash my car.
When I first heard about this, I hadn't seen it yet. And he said, Fred's driving my car or something like that. You know, my head just thought Fred Vasseur, innit? Like from Ferrari. Like, I'm thinking, what's Fred doing in George's car? And I was like, no, I'm talking rubbish. Then I watched it, and I've looked on the standings and I've seen VES. And I'm like, is it really Fred? Even though I think he's is it VES or VAS? But anyway, my head, you know, like just when you kind of see something. Anyway, Fred Vesti was driving George Russell's car, and he was driving it well.
Yeah, he was. He put in some solid laps. And again, it's the first time they're doing this, right? For a lot of them. Yeah. It's a good experience for them. It's nice. It's nice.
Nice, man, nice. So,
do you reckon you would have recognised George walking up the stairs in his mask then, if you were there?
I don't know, man, because you know what he did? He zipped up his thing and he went like that. He covered his mouth as well. That bit was recognisable. Yeah. He had his mask thing on, but no, it was recognisable.
I think I'd recognise the George walk from anywhere, bro.
Cocky walk, yeah.
Well, I would have recognised it from any. His mannerisms are so George-like, yeah.
They're very sure of myself.
The Merc jacket, the attitude, the George swagger.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I would have recognised it from anywhere.
George, since Lewis has left, he's just got a very, very sure of himself attitude.
He's number one driver now. big payday.
At Mercedes, he's number one at Mercedes, not in F1.
I'd be the same, bro.
I hear it, but do you know what? I said this on the last pod, and we're gonna get to this in a little while. I just think he needs to be a little bit careful. Just a little bit more humility, maybe, because it just like at the end of the last race, he just sounded very dismissive of everyone, of the whole sport. And it doesn't matter how number one you are at Mercedes, you're not number one in Formula One yet. And even if you are, like, no man's bigger than the whole sport.
No, it's true.
So just cool now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But FP1 that was, and then he was back in his car for the rest of it. But yeah, it was good to see all these people getting involved. I was looking at the timing tower, and it's just like I don't know who half of these people are. I had to go do my research and that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was all good. It was all good. Maybe it's because we had so many rookies, but we what do we call it? They're like new to F1. It's hard because we've got rookies in Formula One, so many like new drivers. But it was good to see both of the Kick Sauber drivers, Bortoletto and Hulkenberg.
High up. I was thinking, yes, go on, my guys.
Both in the top 5.
Bro, I just love both them drivers now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm proper rooting for them this season. I think like the Minecraft team has just become they're like my second team now. I just watch them and I just want them to do well. And like the fan bases for them as well. Like the Brazilian Bortoletto fan base, crazy. Like they back their man, innit? And I like that. And then Hulkenberg's just Hulkenberg. Like you cannot not like him. And after Silverstone, he's a folk hero now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's etched his name in Formula One history. And he's just I just love the pairing. I love the driver pairing.
He's the guy, and obviously it's almost time for Brazil as well. So like it'll be exciting to see Bortoletto in Brazil. Looking forward to that. Jonathan Wheatley was happy. Like he was talking about them. They had him a lot on the radio. They had him like he was just very happy to talk this weekend. I like that, man. No, it was all good. It was all good. Then it was on to qualifying.
Yes.
I enjoyed qualifying, man. I thought Behrman looks good. I was like, what's going on here?
Oh, Behrman was looking solid. There was a few drivers looking solid during qualifying. I think Nico put in a couple good laps as well. Obviously, Behrman was there. Carlos Sainz was looking strong. And then we had the whole Oscar, Lando, Max. Like, it's just, the pressure is on. Like, it's a high pressure cooker right now. Everything is zoomed in, like you can't make a mistake. And it just made for a great qualifying because it felt like every lap really mattered this weekend. Like I don't remember watching a qualifying sort of like this intensely. Like I'm watching it thinking, oh, if Lewis qualifies second and Max qualifies fourth and Oscar qualifies third, where does that leave the Drivers' Championship? And it's like you're live calculating in your head every lap when someone puts a new lap in going, oh yeah,
what would
this
that
is
mean?
impacting the championship in this way and that way. And it was just lively.
Yeah.
It was just proper lively.
I mean, as George said at the end of the last Grand Prix, without trying to kill off the whole vibe, but he was basically saying at the moment in F1, it's like he who qualifies first finishes first in the race. We know it's not as simple as that. George tried to make it a little bit, but it's not like that.
It's not like
that.
But
the results have just happened to be like that.
Yeah.
Kind of recently, but it also meant that's why it's so important. And team wise, I thought this was great because, like you mentioned, Ben, so you got Haas, you got Kick Sauber, you got Williams were the first 3 that we talked about, and then you've got McLaren, you got the usual suspects.
Yeah.
At the top, it's mad.
And I was really looking forward to Franco Colapinto's qualifying performance this weekend.
Colapinto.
So I thought, after last week, sort of the attitude he showed, the energy of, I'm here in F1, I'm here to stay, I'm making statements. I really wanted him to make a statement in this qualifying. But it just wasn't to be, man.
The statement weren't the statement you was looking for.
It wasn't to be for him. So he qualified in 20th, about a 10th off of Pierre.
I'm not going to lie, it was tight.
It was tight.
The whole of qualifying was tight. But 20th is just, it's 20th.
It's not it, man. And I was like, because he really jumped up in my estimations last week. After last week, I thought, I like that. That drive that I want to win. I want to show my talents. I really, really liked that. So I thought this weekend he's going to do something. And it just, it just didn't come together for him, unfortunately.
Few races left though, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing some more of him. Like we feel like we feel like he'll still be here. He's got a proper future in F1.
Absolutely.
We would just like to see. It's nice to see when they pull out the results. It just wasn't really a weekend for Alpine, to be fair.
No, it weren't, and obviously Pierre qualified in 18th as well. Lance Stroll split them. It's like, how much more can you expect off a Colapinto?
Yeah,
like Pierre's a seasoned F1 veteran at this point. Do you know what I mean? Magic moments, loads of results for him. So a 10th off of him as a rookie, it's not that bad, is it?
and maybe this is a thing with the cars because there was so much talk about the altitude of this Mexico circuit being so high up above sea level, the air being a lot thinner, like it's harder to call the brakes. It's just so many, like F1 is just about
technical.
so many like minuscule like
Fine
elements
margins, man.
and margins that make or break like the speeds of these cars.
Yeah.
And for me, I just get to this point and I think, well, maybe Alpine just couldn't adapt enough on the car for this circuit. But I think we'll see maybe them shine a little bit more maybe next week.
Yeah.
Well, not next week after.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see. And obviously Bortoletto went out in 16th, so he went out in Q1 as well.
Yeah. So Bortoletto, Albon, Gasly, Stroll, and Colapinto out in Q1. And then it was on to Q2, right? Q2. And you know what I'm going to say in it? You know what I'm going to say?
No, go on.
Yuki Tsunoda out of Q2. But only by 100th of a second.
Yeah.
Do you know how marginal that is?
It's
Crazy. But you know where I don't like look at Yuki as being like a mad failure is because Oscar Piastri, who we went into this weekend as the championship leader, he scraped P7.
Just.
Like scraped it.
Just.
He was almost out in Q2
P8.
as well. Yeah, it's great.
Just.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So that's how tight it was.
Yeah. Interesting.
And then it was Q3 and it was boom. Okay, cool.
This is where it went off for me.
This
was just it was just like everything was going on. It's like you didn't know where to look.
Yeah.
Like it
the
was
whole
like,
session.
So Lando put in the provisional pole lap and then it was Charles Leclerc's 2 tenths up on his on sector 1, and then and both Ferraris, Lewis is up on sector 1.
Yeah, we got to talk about Ferraris. The Ferraris looked good. Through everything. They looked good.
They did. And it was like, oh my days, like they're back.
Yeah, and you could see it made people nervous.
Yeah. I feel like you could kind of sense it. Like it kind of felt like there was a lot more positivity around the driver interviews from Ferrari this weekend. There was a bit of excitement from Lewis.
Lewis, really.
Lewis had a completely different energy this entire weekend to what I've seen him for the most of the season.
Now and we're talking about the whole weekend.
Yeah.
We'll get to it in a bit, but even like post race, like he was just positive with all the negatives. Like it was good to see. And do you think that makes a big difference to how he drives?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got to be that, isn't it?
Feel good, drive good.
Yeah.
I think genuinely. Like if you're vexed, you can't drive. You just can't drive a car well when you're angry in it. That's why they always say don't drive when you're tired. Don't drive when you're angry, because it's just not going to go well. Yeah,
arguments on the phone when you're driving is not it. It's not it.
I fully had to pull over before, bro.
These lot are fully having arguments on the radios this weekend.
They are, really.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, qualifying was mad because you had all of that, and then you were semi-thinking, all right, but Max, he sandbags the whole of practice.
The time.
He doesn't show you what he's got, and then voodoo. Pulls out the mad, perfect super lap to take pole position at the last few races.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for it. I was thinking, all right, here we go.
Didn't come. He wasn't happy with his car setup, was he?
P5.
At all.
He was bouncing around. The medium tyres felt like they weren't it. P5 is the best he managed. Out-qualified by both Ferraris.
Yeah.
Mega.
Man.
But especially bearing in mind, Red Bull brought all these upgrades. They've brought all these upgrades and they seem to be working. And I kind of rate it. They've been throwing everything
working hard,
at this car. While none of the other teams really have been. I think there's one other team. Was it Williams? Maybe Williams or
I think Haas bought a big upgrade package. Yeah,
it was Haas. Haas is like the only other team that is still working on this year's car.
Yeah,
everyone's working on next year's.
Yeah.
And look, it's worked for Haas, and it had been working for Red Bull, but it weren't to be.
Yeah, it just weren't to be. Maybe because he missed practice 1, couldn't find his optimal setup.
So maybe
he's got a rookie giving all the feedback in practice one of, the car feels this way and the car feels that way. It's like Max misses a whole, was it like an hour for practice one?
Yeah.
Misses a whole hour of fine tuning that setup. Maybe that impacts you.
Yeah, maybe, but maybe not. Like maybe like it just wasn't.
Didn't it?
It wasn't it. And when we talk about the thinner air and how different it was in Mexico, the conditions, maybe it just affected the whole Red Bull team.
It's true.
Full stop.
It's true.
I think Yuki will be saying words to that.
Absolutely. But this is normal for him now. This is normal.
Yeah.
Like it's just normal position. 12th again, ole. Like it's just normal. It's normal for him now, man. So yeah, I just leave Yuki alone now. It's just
Best qualifying for Lewis.
Yeah.
In a Ferrari.
Absolutely.
Still out-qualified by Charles. Still. Even though I think when I looked on the stats, even though it feels like Charles always seems to out-qualify Lewis, I think statistically Lewis has out-qualified Charles by 2 occasions.
Yeah.
But here we go. Charles in second, Lewis in third. George Russell quietly grinding away, doing his ting. P4.
Fourth again, ole.
Above Max.
George just keeps Mr. Consistent.
Yeah.
Always where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Great laps. Just nothing more to say about him, bro. He's just great driver.
And this is like massive for the constructors because I think between, obviously McLaren are gone, but between Ferrari, Red Bull and Mercedes, it's like 10 points.
Yeah.
Like they are all within a 10-point window. It's so tight and it's so important to these teams.
Yeah.
So this all matters.
It does.
And Kimi Antonelli.
Kimi in 6th.
It's 6th.
It's good, man.
Matters.
It's good.
Matters.
And you can't be mad at someone splitting the Mercedes if Max is there.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They basically qualified together is how I'm looking at that.
Yeah.
Kimi, he's back.
Yeah.
Because he had that big rough patch halfway
blip
through the season, and now he's back. He's back to doing what he was doing at the start of the season. So I like that for him. I like that for him.
I think he got fastest lap last weekend as well, didn't he? So
he did, yeah.
He's been driving
I like
consistently well.
Yeah.
The Mercedes have turned into a really consistent machine.
They have. But I think that is the Mercedes we know and love, right?
Yeah.
That they are just consistent, produce a good car, always there for podiums. Good from them.
So this made me look forward to the race.
Yeah. Lando obviously qualified P1.
Yeah.
Championship swing back in his favour.
This is it.
Let's talk about Oscar's qualifying though.
Bro, well, I already said he was lucky to get. When I was saying earlier, he scraped P7 in Q2.
Yeah.
Like it got him into Q3, and in Q3 you're thinking, right, this is where you need to pull out a lap, the mad lap.
Yeah.
You need to be qualifying. The 2 cars need to be qualifying next to each other, pretty much like the Ferraris are next to each other, like the Mercedes are more or less next to each other.
Yeah.
Bro, why did he only manage P8?
Do you want the conspiracy theories? Do you want my thoughts? Do you want...
I want them all, blood. Like, give me the conspiracy theory first.
Conspiracy theory. Rumour has it.
Repercussions.
There are repercussions. And I think the buzzword for this weekend, because one of the drivers said it, was consequences, was this weekend's buzzword. The consequences of Oscar's actions last weekend meant they just dialed down his engine a little bit and said, you're not the favourite driver no more. Lando is.
It's what it is in my it is what it is. Like Oscar caused a madness last week.
He did.
People are saying it wasn't his fault and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it was his fault.
Yeah. The team have come out and said that it was his fault.
And as a result, the repercussions that Lando was facing, he's no longer facing said repercussions.
Mate, does this repercussions thing feel like a little bit petty to you?
No.
You think it's all right for teams to go, well, because you done bad, we're going to punish you for the rest of the season. Oh, but now it's even. So, yeah, now it's 0-0 again.
No, like, I just think things happen, innit? If you took me out the race, like I'm cool. That's my card now. Like I have a say. I have a right. I have a like you got to give me something for that, innit?
Yeah.
And I said this earlier. You can't pay man off. Like you can't Lando can't say, boom, I'll take you out to dinner and it's all good. No, bro, I'm fighting for a championship. I need some advantage. Do you get me? Like a juice. I need advantage Piastri. And that's what he had. I feel like repercussions. So it's not a matter of, this ain't even a team thing for me. This is a driver thing. If Oscar has called it in, he's saying, big man, you owe me in it. As a result, I'm calling it. I'm calling it. So I don't think the repercussions are bad like that because, like I said, I don't think this is just a team thing. I think this is a driver thing. This is Oscar. This will be Oscar's management also getting involved and saying, yo, like, what's going on here? Like, you can't do that to him.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that. Like, he's not an idiot. Like, you're not going to do that to him and just carry on racing like everything's normal.
Yeah.
So the repercussions thing. But then when Oscar goes and takes man out at the whole race, and from a team perspective, you ruin it for the whole team. You cost them money, and you cause them 2 DNFs last weekend in the sprint for McLaren. That's not on, and Oscar is deemed to blame. Like, cool. Well, now my card that I'm holding over your head, like saying that you done wrong, so I've got this. Man has to humble and just be like, all right, you know what? Cool.
I hear it.
My bad.
I hear you.
And that's what I think's happened here. This is not really a McLaren. Everyone's blaming McLaren for getting too involved. I don't really think this is a McLaren thing. This is an Oscar versus
Lando.
Yeah. And it just wouldn't be much of a conversation if they were on different teams.
Yeah.
But because they're on the same, meant to be on the same team, that's why we've actually got conversation. If this was Lewis and when it's been Lewis and Max, it's arms house in the paddock.
Yeah. Fairs. I just think that Oscar had a bad weekend though. If it's my fault,
again,
I just don't think it's his track.
I hear it.
I just think this is probably his worst track out of the 24 in the season. You're always going to put a bad performance in one track. This is the one.
Oh, this is the one.
I just think it's as simple as that.
Okay,
I just think bad track for him, doesn't suit his driving style or something. Maybe that's that.
Back next week?
Nah, his head's gone.
You reckon?
His head. Obviously, we haven't got into the race yet as well, but I just think Oscar's head's gone. I think the pressure, some pressure makes diamonds. It hasn't this time. I think he's bottled it. He's bottled it, bro. He's bottled it.
Ain't over till it's over,
he's
man.
Bottled it.
Ain't over till it's over. And the fact we see Max is on a mad comeback thing, like I don't write Oscar off at all yet. I think this is still exciting. Let's get into the race because this is really where it was going off. I was very excited for the first corner for turn one. I think there's a mad stat about the amount of drivers that have started off in pole and not been leading by the end of the first lap. We've known that Lando historically is a man to have had pole and to have lost it. But I also felt like Lando had turned a corner, maybe, I don't know, about 10 races ago. And so I felt like, when I knew that he had pole here, I felt like he was going to win the race.
Yeah.
And it's a big contrast. I remember seeing tweets like in race 6 and race 5 when Lando got pole position and then wasn't in first, wasn't in P1 at the end of the first lap. And I remember seeing someone post on like Twitter like a bet that somebody else would be leading at the end of the first lap. And the post said, "Oh, Lando, you're so free money."
But it was really like that, innit? At the start,
it
was really like that.
Lando in pole would not be leading at the end of the first lap. But now you can't do him like that.
No, you can't.
And
he's just growing through the season.
But I was also excited for Lewis being in third because he felt like it was one of the best places to start.
And Lewis's energy in the driver interviews after qualifying, I liked it.
I've got nothing to lose.
He does. You see that talk from Lewis? Yeah, that's my dog. Cold. That's my dog back.
That's the guy who with the racing heart.
This is it. This is it. Like, no fear from him. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm coming for you.
Going for it.
And that's the mind games as well.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like I've been lacking that a bit from Lewis. Like, he's been a bit in his shell.
Passive.
Yeah. So to see that now, it's like,
civilian, moving very victim-like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know he's not like that.
It's a predator.
You know, bro, young Lewis, dog.
Aggressive.
Absolute dog.
Yeah.
Like, you got that famous tweet that goes around where he goes, "What? Is it because I'm black?" That's what Ali G says. Like, you know the energy he's on, bro. Lewis is that guy.
Bro, he'll say it, he'll do it, and he'll race like a G. But we just haven't seen it. So I was really excited, and he was there right behind Lando. And we've seen it in previous races where the person in third gets a bit of a slipstream,
slingshot, bro, and they just
moves out and goes for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And he tried it.
Going into this one, turn one, race, lap one, turn one.
Yeah.
We were like 4 wide.
It's not even like it was 4 wide, which is
Max,
unprecedented.
I don't know where Max came from in P5. He was on, I think, like the left.
Got George quickly off the line.
Yeah, he did.
Got away so
Which
quick.
is mad because George did get off quite well.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Lando was like gone.
Yeah.
But there's one wicked shot, like it's just a photo. I'm gonna post it after this. Yeah. There's one wicked shot where you can just see the 4 cars wide.
Yeah,
Max, Lando, Lewis, Charles.
Yeah.
It looked like, and it looked sick. And you're like, boom. This is what we come racing for.
Yeah.
But now it gets a little bit mad. Now it gets a little bit messy because you can't have 4 wide and then a smooth turn one.
No, you can't. Racing tracks ain't made for 4 cars going around the corner, bro.
So now what happens?
So Max has just flown to the moon, bro. He's gone off completely off track. So he was on the outside of the corner, and
He's tried to break on the curb.
So Charles pushed Lewis to the left, which has then pushed Max to the left a little bit. And now Max is driving over the curb. He's tried to brake on the curb. There's no traction on curbs. So he's locked up. He's just gone straight on.
Yeah.
Into the grass. Drives over the grass. You know when you're driving on grass, there's no grip either.
So this is the thing, right? When I watched this, I thought he's taking liberties, cutting, and he's cut this whole corner and he's got out in front. When we saw it from the driver's
point of view,
listen, all he was probably doing is just trying to guide this car away from the wall.
Yeah.
And actually watching that, I thought many a man would have crashed into the wall.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The car looks like it's just drifting closer and closer to the wall.
He did not have control of that car, bro. I don't think. Or maybe he did. Maybe he's that skillful because he goes after, I was doing some rally driving there. That was mad. The car's just gone. It was mind of its own.
It was going. So actually, he did well just to keep it out of the wall.
He was praying, bro.
Yeah. I think he gave back, so this is the bit we need to chat about.
Yeah.
So he gave back. So now he's obviously out in front. He's first.
So yeah, he's come out. Leclerc went off track as well, right? I believe on turn 1.
I don't think he went off at this point. Oh no, he did. He did. So he's come over. Like Lewis, to be honest, he was a little bit like he almost crushed Lewis against the wall. Against like that going off track.
Yeah.
He then moves back over because I think he sees Max coming on the left.
Yeah.
So then he needs to go and defend, and that's where Max locks up and goes off track.
Yeah.
But because Lewis has moved back over to the left now as well, like Charles also cuts the corner.
Yeah.
So now you've got Max and Charles. Both have cut this corner.
Yeah.
So now, really, it should be Lando and then Lewis.
Yeah.
But in reality, you've got Max before Lando.
Yeah.
And you've got Charles before Lewis.
Yeah.
Max gives the place back to Lando because I think he knows it's not going to go well.
Yeah. And to Charles, I think.
And to Charles. And so now he's given back something.
Yeah.
Charles doesn't give back anything.
No.
Cool. So now he has gone off track and gained an advantage.
Yeah.
Albeit on his teammate, but these lot are competing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. That happens. How's that okay?
From a Charles point of view, we're saying, or from a Max point of view as well?
Just from both. From both. No,
So I think because Max is given the places back, it's fine. From a sporting advantage point of view, he gave the places back. George was on the radio saying, Max has overtaken me off track and gained an advantage. Max was way ahead of George by turn 1. So there's no advantage gained on George there. So George was just jumping on the radio. He was trigger happy with the radio this race.
He was.
But yeah, George was just, he was trying a thing in it.
Yeah,
he was trying a thing
him.
and fair enough in it. But Max has given the places back, so I think it's fair. Charles has gained an advantage, a lasting advantage, and I don't think that bit's fair. I think the FIA have given him a bit of leeway. 2 reasons. One, because it's his teammate, and Ferrari's not jumping on the radio to say, give that place back, blah, 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 blah. And this is the difference between McLaren and Ferrari. There's no papaya rules at Ferrari, right? If that was McLaren, you'd have both drivers jumping on the radio going, should we swap positions here? That's what would be going on. But yeah, so, and then 2, because it's lap 1 and you've gone 4 cars wide, it's like, is it just a racing incident at this point?
Lap 1. I'm getting fed up of, because it was lap 1, We've had this a few times this season, you know. Lap 1, turn 1.
Yeah. That's saying it's a
mad.
famous. That's another buzzword. Consequences on lap 1, turn 1.
I hear it, and I think it's the only reason I can imagine. It's the only reason in my head I can let the FIA off.
Yeah.
Because I don't care if it's if they're of the same team. The FIA shouldn't care.
Not if it's the same team. Yeah, I agree.
They're two different drivers, and one left the track. So what?
Agree.
You saying you would have said something if it was two different teams?
Yeah, which I think they would have.
Yeah, that's mad.
Which is mad. And again,
you're meant to do your job.
If this was McLaren, it's arms house.
Yeah, in camp. But there's no red rules.
Yeah.
there's no red rules at Ferrari. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Do you think Lewis's head was hot after that?
Yeah, but I don't think it's hot in a mad. I just think he's on it.
Yeah.
And he's expecting something to happen.
Yeah.
And then very, 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 very soon after, he's going at it with Max, and then Lewis goes off track.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it starts a bit before that, because Max and Lewis are alongside each other
in the corner, yeah.
And I actually think Max is alongside Lewis. And in the F1 rules term of things,
yeah,
Lewis has got to allow Max some space.
Yeah.
A car's width space, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I feel like Max has that, but Max has got so much momentum that on the corner, or kind of coming out of the corner, he makes contact with Lewis.
Yeah.
So now there's contact. So now, even though you got yourself where you're meant to, you got yourself there without being in full control of your car, because then you couldn't slow down enough and make the corner and not make contact with no one. So now, for me, Max has caused a collision.
Yeah.
And we're lucky they didn't take each other. He didn't take the two of them out.
I agree. Because to me, it looked very similar to when Lando went into Oscar a few weeks ago, where he just was a little bit too fast.
Which was deemed as unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's why there have been said repercussions. So what are the repercussions for Max dive bombing and being slightly out of control of the car and bullying his way into the position that he got?
Yeah.
But ultimately causing a collision.
Max forgets to race, bro. Max forgets how to race when he sees Lewis on track.
What, he's just a red mist?
Yeah.
Going for him.
Yeah. Something goes off in Max's head, yeah. He loses the racecraft, and it's just, I need to get past Lewis. I need to get past Lewis. Yeah. There's something that just heats up inside of him, bro, and he just doesn't know what to do.
Maybe it's like Lewis in his head, and everyone.
I think it's that. I think it's like it's just his bogey driver.
Do you feel like with the twin, we don't really talk about it that much from a Max perspective?
Yeah.
But do you think this whole thing, Lewis winning 7 championships, do you think that gets to Max sometimes? He doesn't talk about it.
No, absolutely. Because Max as well, right? He's a mad competitor, right? I don't think he likes the way he won that championship.
Yeah, right. This is my exact point.
I genuinely don't think he likes it, because I think he's one of them brothers where he don't want to cheat. He just wants to win fair and square. He wants his talent to do all the talking.
Doesn't want no one.
He's not a cheater.
Doesn't want anyone looking at him sideways about one of his
absolutely
wins.
Absolutely not. He's just a driver, and he wants to do everything on his terms, win his way, do his thing. So I think it affects him. I genuinely think it affects him.
And that's why in a situation like this, it almost has something to prove when it's Lewis.
Yeah,
so now he does this. It's contact.
Yeah. Lewis
ends up locking up, goes off track, and now we've got this. There's an escape road. Now there's this escape road. This escape road looks nuts, bro. I'm just saying,
so skinny,
bro. There's a wide escape road, and then it turns the turn is mad.
Yeah,
it's like a full right angle turn, 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And then it's skinny. It doesn't even look wide enough for an F1 car.
It doesn't. It really doesn't.
And if that's the route back onto track, it doesn't merge back onto track. It's like you get back onto track and got to take a right turn. These cars don't have indicators, and it's a mad escape road.
Yeah.
And the race director's instructions are you must follow it. Lewis didn't follow it.
Yeah.
He merged back on over the grass. Couldn't tell if it was also red mist, like, no, I'm not losing on this corner. Or if it was, I can't make this corner, I can't make this escape road. And he just goes over the grass because no one wants to choose to go over the grass.
They don't, no.
And then ends up back on the track. And they were worried about floor damage. So that's why I don't think he really wanted to go onto the grass because that's a risk.
Yeah.
But he made it back on. Now he's way out in front.
About like what, 4 seconds ahead? Would you say 4 seconds?
I think it was like 2 seconds further than he probably should have been.
Yeah.
So now he's facing investigation for not following the race director's instructions.
Yeah.
And for leaving the track and gaining an advantage.
And I thought this bit was mad, right? So the not following the race driver's instructions. So before the race, I think it was on Saturday or Friday, I don't remember. I've seen on Twitter that those race instructions, and they've put out the instructions and they've like drawn some squiggly lines on it about this is the route you're supposed to take if you go off on turn 4. New rule, blah, blah, blah. So I thought...
Sent out the memo.
I thought, Lewis is done here for that because FIA have to make an example. If you've put out this whole big thing and you've made a big scene about it, that if you go off at turn 4, these are the rules you have to follow. If someone now doesn't do that, you can't allow that to go unchecked.
So this is I'm so with you on this. And when I saw what he was under investigation for, I thought he's cooked for that.
Same.
Because it's the race director, and they do make a point. I've seen them do this before. I can't remember what race, but they really make a point. We said this and you didn't do it, therefore.
And especially where it's Lewis as well.
Oh, bro,
and you got the history of Lewis and the FIA and Formula One, and then you've also got Lewis is the biggest name in Formula One. You got to make an example of him.
You can't let him get away with it.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. So I was shocked when they came back and said no further investigation on that part. I was really?
Yeah.
It's like, wow. But then he was still under investigation for gaining an advantage. And I went, well, if they haven't done the first one, they're just going to let him off for this as well. But then he got a 10-second penalty.
10-second penalty.
A lot, bro.
So here's my thing now. And the 10-second penalty, I get because it's the new rules.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can give 5 seconds for it. Because the rules are 10 seconds. But here's my thing. Cool. Give him the 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Then you've also got to give Max 10 seconds.
Contact.
For causing a collision.
Yeah.
And you've got to give Charles 10 seconds for...
gaining an advantage at the start.
Leaving the track and gaining an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
And he's got a whole position. I think this is where I think it was particularly harsh. Lewis's thing was because he was so far out in front. It was like 4 seconds, like you said, instead of 2 seconds or something like that. So you give him a 10-second penalty.
Yeah.
Charles is actually race position. Charles was 1 place above where he should have been. That's not on.
Yeah.
So you have to give 3 drivers a penalty, or just let them all race. Just say, do you know what? No further action on any of it.
Do you know who I blame for all of this though?
FIA.
Ferrari strategy again.
Go on to explain this one to me now.
So Lewis has come out. He's gained an advantage. The team can see how many seconds ahead he is from going off. His race engineer just needs to be on the line and say, Lewis, let off the gas for 2 seconds, please. Let Max catch up 2 seconds and then carry on. Job done. Now you've avoided any potential future stuff coming back from the FIA on that matter.
Because we've dealt with it same way like Max gave back some positions at the beginning. It might not be exactly, but man's shown willing.
We never heard the radio with Red Bull, so we don't know. But either Max just decided to do it himself or Red Bull got on the blower and said, Max, give the position back. Great teamwork. They've sorted it out themselves. Why haven't Ferrari done the exact same thing?
They're just not as good when it comes to that side of things, because even when Lewis's race engineer came on and said we've got the 10-second, this annoyed me. He didn't explain why you've got the 10-second penalty. Now, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, are you just not very good here? Or are you kind of covering your own back because you should have told him to ease off and let them catch up? And so you should have sorted it out as a team. So to cover your own back, you're just going to say, because the first thing they said to Lewis is, you've got a 10-second penalty. We don't agree.
Yeah, and they said you got a 10-second penalty for the incident with Max, which makes it sound like Lewis was at fault for the contact that happened
so now
in turn
you've
3.
Made man mad with Max.
Because now I'm thinking, Max has just dive bombed me
And you're penalising me.
And I've got a 10-second penalty for contact. In
Yeah.
Lewis's head, he's thinking contact. He's not thinking about gaining an advantage. Because Lewis is probably on track. You're in the heights of thing. You don't know how far ahead you've come out from the car behind you. So he's probably not even thinking
and you've
about
not even
that.
mentioned it.
And they haven't mentioned it.
So as far as he's concerned, that's not what was under investigation. So you've just told him this. So now you've made but like you've sent his head, bro. To be honest,
Absolutely,
you've sent his head.
absolutely. And mate, Ferrari strategy I'm so frustrated, bro.
Yeah,
because this was supposed to be Lewis's weekend. Now I genuinely thought he had a chance of winning this race, bro, or at least getting the first podium in a Ferrari.
Definitely thought he'd be on the podium.
Yeah, and he would have been. I think he genuinely would have been. But
without a 10-second penalty,
the time,
bro,
it was on. It was on. Frustrated at Ferrari, man, and they just need to. In this off season, at the end of the season, they need to go away on, in corporate, you do them team days, team building days. These men need to go on a week-long team bonding,
cycling,
building,
bowling.
Oh, bro, all of it. All them teamwork games, some escape rooms. They need to do it all just to build up them lines of communication, because it's not working, bro.
Lewis and race engineer, it's been a tough season, man.
It's a tough watch, innit? And I think even if you're not a Lewis fan or not a Ferrari fan, you could sympathise with it, because it's mad. You don't see it anywhere else.
No.
It don't exist on any other team. The lack of communication and how poor it's been. It doesn't exist anywhere else.
And we're not talking about any team as well. We're talking about a top team. Like Ferrari is
the team, bro.
The team.
The team.
The team that everyone wants to race for. The team that should be a well-oiled machine is not oiled and it's not moving smoothly in these comms. And it's been like, it's not a one-off. It's just happened so many times. So yeah, it's a bit jarring. But all that said, this is where the ratings come. You see Lewis's post-race interview, and you know what? He still looks like he felt good. He said, look, it's been a long time getting here, but it feels good. I'm glad to be up in the mix. Like, because I do think Lewis he's just a racing driver. He loves racing.
100%.
Like, whether it's Max being dive bombing or not, he likes racing. I think Max enjoys that element of it as well. I think, like you said, Lewis makes his head go a little bit, but I think these are racing drivers, bro.
100%.
They enjoy this element. And when you're out in front, okay, it's all cool winning championships or winning races, driving your own race, like a George kind of just drives his own race, and Lando this weekend drove his own race. Like, but it's not exciting, and I think Lewis loves excitement. Max and Lewis both have seen these races where they've started pit lane or 20th, and they've had to work their way through the field. It's what they're born to do.
It's true.
We love it as fans. So it was good to see some of that going on.
And he still ended up getting points in the race. He finished in 8th place with a 10-second time penalty. It's not that bad.
Pretty good going, bro.
It's a good drive.
That's pretty good going.
In a track where I feel like a lot of drivers were very close together, this race as well, it's not that bad.
Well, between 3rd and 8th was not mad, which is why the 10 seconds is so meaningful. Gutted for him, man.
Same.
Genuinely gutted for him.
But good drive nonetheless, man.
And also because I just don't want to see the authorities getting involved if you don't need to. If you're not going to get involved all the way, just let it go, man. Just leave people to do their thing. Max climbed and he climbed and he climbed, and he was on to Charles Leclerc right at the end. Onto him. But we had a virtual safety car that just seckled the thing a little bit. Max must have been pretty upset about that.
Bro, if I was playing the F1 game and this happened to me, my controller's going flying across my room and into the wall. I was so angry, bro, at this virtual safety car.
Yeah.
The hype, I swear to you, I was standing up for this last lap, because Max was chasing Charles and Oscar was chasing, was it Ollie? He was chasing at the end.
Was it Behrman?
Oscar was chasing Ollie Behrman, at the end. So we had 2 potential overtakes on the last lap, potentially like the last corner of the race.
And points that really mean something here.
Really mean something. And I think Max got, 0.4 behind Charles, and then virtual safety car. I was like, no, like the whole thing, like I was so hyped up, and it just died. It's like it ruined it for me. It's like
half a lap. That had half a lap at the end.
Nah, bro, that was some nonsense, bro. That was some absolute nonsense. Like it just, mate, I can't even speak on it, bro. Like you're just bringing back the feeling that I had last night. Yeah, I was so vexed,
fuming,
because it was the biggest anticlimax ever for me. because it was so
2021.
close. Since 2021, but that was Max weren't passing Lewis, and that race was already done if that safety car didn't come out. This was mad, bro. This was mad
because he could have caught Charles,
and Oscar could have got Ollie,
and Oscar might not have got
and
Ollie.
he might have not.
And the points difference would have been so impactful. Or again, if Max didn't, but Oscar managed to get more points. Oh man!
And do you think it should have been a virtual safety car? So Sainz is obviously his car's broke down, or he's done a spin. He couldn't continue the race, so he's driven to the exit, right? And he's parked the car by the exit. Do you think Sainz's car was in a safe place that they didn't need to call a VSC?
I think you need to call the VSC. I think you need to take precautions. We saw something else when I saw Lawson driving.
This is what lap 3, isn't it, or something? Where he made contact,
something like that. And then there's debris out and about. There was meant to be, I think, 26 seconds that the marshals had. The marshals have run out. They've picked up the debris. They're running back into the safe area, and Liam Lawson just sees pedestrians,
2 of them,
running across the road. He's like, and he says, I could have killed them. This is
not
mad.
a joke. It's not a joke.
It doesn't sound like he even had a warning to say, yo.
No, he didn't.
You see when you're on the motorway and the speed limit comes up and it says pedestrians reported, like on the motorway, and you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Who's doing this or who's out? But let's keep an eye out.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like he had the warning, and it felt like the FIA or the race director didn't issue, like there should have been a flag, like yellow, something to indicate that marshals were, their lives were at risk.
No,
this is mad,
they
bro.
were. And you can't even, it's not even a funny joke. Like, you can't even say, oh, it's Mexico. Like, it's not even funny, bro.
No,
like,
bro,
generally, and because as a driver as well, you've got such tunnel vision when you're driving, yeah? Well, most of them do. Max will see what's going. Max and Lewis and Charles, they see what's going on the TVs and that. But normally, you've got such tunnel vision. So if there's someone running across the grass, you don't see someone running across the grass from a distance. You only see that tunnel that's in front of you on track,
and that's too late.
And that's way too late. And that's all he saw. He's turned a corner, and they're basically running across the track, but on the corner as well.
Yeah.
It's mad, bro. And it was close, you know.
And I just think that after that happens, like. You ever been driving and you have like a mad near miss, and then after that, like you're just double careful in it. Like you ease off the gas because now you're like
turn the music down,
mad alert in it. But you're on mad alert.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I mean, Liam Lawson's race came to an early end, but I feel like that sends your head now. I'm like, yo, you're not pushing the car to no limits after that. You're waiting at least for a couple of laps, so you're gonna lose time. It was just bad on so many counts.
No, it was, yeah.
And I think on that note, the FIA or the race director's got to just take the precaution.
Yeah.
So I know that he took away some of the excitement for you on the final lap.
It did.
But you have to take the precaution. This is Formula One, and it's you take the safe
first,
option. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mad thing. Honourable shout out to Haas and the 2.3 second pit stop. Absolutely killing it. Haas did well this weekend.
Mental.
And great to see Ollie Behrman.
4th place.
I mean, he was driving. We thought he might get a podium. He didn't get the podium, but 4th place, career best finish. Best finish for Haas, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. So they're the smallest team in Formula One. They've got the smallest workforce, the smallest budget. It's insane, bro.
And a big result for them this weekend.
Mate, I think Behrman put the whole of Formula One on watch with that performance. I'm not gonna lie. Like his stock after this weekend,
up, mate, up.
He's got all them teams looking at him for if they need a new driver next season.
Yeah.
It's not a bad shout.
Ocon was driving like a G as well, and he's playing the team game as well, holding man up and that. I love it.
And he got points, double points for Haas this weekend.
It's a good weekend. That sees them really like it's a big impact for them in the constructors. So that was good. And an honourable shout out while we're talking about pit stops to McLaren, who you were saying, oh, what is it? They always do this. It's always a second stop. Mm-hmm. Guess what? They got better and better as the race went on.
Yeah, they did. Because the first one was quite slow this time, isn't it?
The first
against
Haas. Is it 3.5 seconds?
Yeah, 3.5 or 3.7, yeah. So, yeah, fair play. They must have been listening to the pod, bro, and just
They've been listening to Race Talk F1.
We're going to show these lot that the 2-second pit stop doesn't give us fatigue, actually.
Yeah, boy. And you know what? After that, it was there was a moment where it was like Piastri versus Antonelli, I think it was, wasn't it? Basically, and it was like who could? I think they both came into the pits at exactly the same time.
Yeah.
And it was like, which one of these two are gonna get out first? And Piastri came in behind, and he came out first.
Yeah.
Mercedes didn't have it, and McLaren just aced it.
Yeah, it was great.
Honourable shout out to McLaren, who have already won the constructors, and we thought they were tired, but maybe they weren't.
They're on it, bro.
Yeah,
I think they've had a little team bonding session, did it? And they've said, yeah, we need to sort this out, and they've gone and done it. And yeah, but this is what we have to remember: Formula One is a team sport.
Yeah.
It's not all about majorities on the driver, but it's not all about the driver on race day. And that showed team sport, and a team works together. We get results.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
That's exactly what happened.
Like
and the team McLaren came together, and the result that they got was Lando winning P1, and that resulted in Lando now taking the number 1 spot in the Drivers' Championship. He's gone top of the table.
Thoughts?
He can go all the way. And I actually think it's going to be Lando versus Max. And I think Oscar's going to get up in the mix, but Max is going to, I think once we get like the future races, I think Max is going to shine some more. But I think Lando is really focused right now.
So who's the favourite now then?
I think Lando's a favourite. I think Lando's a favourite.
Just hit form at the right time.
Perfect timing. I think a lot of people a lot of people have written Oscar off. I don't think you write Oscar off. I really don't think you write Oscar off. And I don't think McLaren get involved and put all the eggs in the Lando basket either. I think Lando wins this. Again, I don't think Lando, they don't want to win like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to win because McLaren orchestrated
I don't think you can, right? Because all it takes, right? One DNF for either a mechanical failure, a mistake, another driver taking you out on some foolishness. One DNF and the whole thing is flipped upside down, and Max is going top of the championship with one DNF.
Lando and Max take each other out, and Oscar wins a race, and he's back on again.
This is it, bro. So you can't write him off, right?
You can't write any of them off, man.
And we've still got, what is it, 4 races, 2 sprints?
Yeah, 20. Well, this was round 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's like 6 point scoring opportunities.
Yeah, man. Like it's still on, bro. It's not done by any. It's going down to the final race of the season.
Yeah, and I hope so. Like, it's more exciting that way. Yeah. And I also think the constructors is a big battle on, and I think that puts pressure or brings into play people like Yuki Tsunoda.
It does.
And the fact that the 2 Ferraris are doing bits.
I sat there thinking, so there was a point where Oscar was behind Yuki, and Yuki was holding him up, right, for a good few laps. And I thought, Yuki ain't watched the Formula One movie, bro, because I would have been doing Plan C chaos. I'm taking Oscar out, bro. We're giving Max that chance. That's how you want a contract for next season?
That's how you get it.
Take someone out, bro.
Listen, honestly, I think he's definitely involved.
Yeah.
For everyone to say, no, he's not good enough. He's involved.
100%.
Fully.
Let's talk about George had an interesting weekend on track as well.
George was so he was on the radio right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And he was on the radio throughout.
Yeah. Trigger happy this weekend, bro.
He had the McLaren chasing him down while his race engineer is telling him, yeah, you need to look after these tyres.
It's like, and he goes, mate, I've got a McLaren up my beep, and
yeah, he was going for it.
Sky had to bleep out bare words.
There was a lot of censorship, and George is quite a politically correct, well-spoken lad. We don't really get like loads of expletives in his messaging, but this weekend
he was on one still.
He was on one, and his race engineer was also like
they were going out, and it was like a little toxic relationship couple kind of thing.
Bear, bruv. He was poking the bear. He was like, I'm trying to like hold position here.
Yeah.
And then his race director said, yeah, but we need to get these tires to the end. It's almost like I said.
Yeah.
We need these tires to last. And you just think you're winding George up. Not the job of your race engineer. But he was also requesting to swap places with Kimi.
He goes, I've got more pace here. And reply from the race director, well, you're free to overtake.
Yeah.
Bear sass.
All of that.
I thought it was quite cheeky from George to ask about team orders there, I'll be honest.
Do you? But they went with it, though.
If you're faster than Kimi,
Go past
overtake
him
him.
then. Well,
to be honest.
but also he doesn't need to be rinsing his tires to
He doesn't.
overtake.
He doesn't.
And he said it. He also said like,
Oh,
I am, and he had to say it twice. I am happy, and he literally said it like this. He goes, like he wants to go after Behrman.
Yeah.
I am happy to give the place back if I'm not successful. That's basically how he said it. As he's driving a car around the circuit. Are you not listening to me? It's basically how he said it.
It was.
Right,
And it wasn't until 5 laps later they went, all right, then, yeah, we're going to listen to you. It's like,
swap positions.
Well, it's a bit late for that now, isn't it? Because my tyres are cooked.
You've worked man up. Yeah. A lot of these people have got to go on some team building exercises, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. Mercedes should have just made that call 5 laps earlier and allowed it. If they're going to do it early. Don't wait 5 laps. Take away his advantage and then do it. Like
Bare delaying. It's Formula One. We ain't got time to delay.
Yeah.
Unless you're Lando and you're 30 seconds ahead of everybody.
He was living the dream this weekend. He was all thinking, do I just make another pit stop and do fastest lap for the fun of it?
You know what? Like that. But if there was still the point for fastest lap, maybe he would have.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you take a little chance, and then maybe McLaren ain't got the energy for the 4th pit stop, and maybe they slow it down and it throws the whole race into jeopardy.
Bro.
But the FIA took away the point for fastest lap.
Bring it back.
So
bring it back.
We didn't have that drama, unfortunately. And on that note, that's all I got.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed the race weekend. It was good.
It was very good. There was so much at stake. I just felt like Formula One's back this weekend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think
felt
this
it
was
for a
one of
few
my favorite.
weekends.
This is one of my favorite races in a few weekends. I think.
Yeah.
Like there was just a lot going on.
Man,
There's so many talking
I
points.
felt
in this
like
race.
that last week.
Yeah.
Like I felt like it for a while. I feel like in this last few races, I've had like the energy for this comeback. The only person that didn't really, to wrap it up, as he wrapped up the race weekend, was George, who just basically said, I don't understand, not basically, word for word, he said, I don't understand how 3 drivers can cut the first corner and can continue in the position they entered. It's like allowing you to risk everything and you just have a get out of jail free card if you get it wrong. It's like a lawnmower race. Something needs to change there. It's not really how it should be.
George is just salty, bro.
Bruv, last week he called F1 processionary. This week he called it a lawnmower race. Yo, George, blood. You sat there in the stands with us and you saw.
George has never used a lawnmower in his life. He pays someone to do that for him, bro. He don't do his own gardening.
But maybe he's watched the lawnmower race. Like he said, these men love racing.
He's not watched the lawnmower race, bro. He's never used the lawnmower. He's never watched the lawnmower race. Lawnmower racing, bro. No, planes and private jet racing, maybe.
Well, it's like he's mugging off the whole sport 2 weeks in a row. We can't allow that to occur, like really and truly. You can't really talk like that. And that's why
5-second penalty for the start of next race, George.
Boy, it's what it is.
Yeah.
It's Race Talk F1. It's been your boy J-Nox, aka J-Nox to the world.
And your boy Javier.
We'll be back after the Brazilian Grand Prix. That is next, right?
That's next, yeah. That is next.
So much going on. I don't even know what's next. But that's when we'll be back. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share the clips. Big shout out to everybody who's been doing that. Big shout out to all the followers and listeners across the world. Big shout out to your ears for listening and your fingers for sharing on social media. We will catch up with you after that one. It's been Race Talk F1. Peace
Peace out.